Hey, everybody, welcome back to Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. This is probably the first and actually only post-commentary video that I will be doing, just because, well, the title says it all. This all stemmed from a comicbook.com article. They posted a very clickbait title, something like, changes coming, two controversial changes coming to two very popular guns in Cold War. I'm like, okay, I'll bite, fine, cool, let's go to it. And it was like a small, like a blurb, basically a friggin' blurb, like a barely two-sentence tweet from some random dude. I skimmed through the article a bit. Nothing really popped out except for like his tweet, obviously. So I checked his Twitter out, and his Twitter doesn't have anything like, oh, official Triarch dev, or currently working on Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. He's something, but like the most notable thing on his page is him tweeting at Drifter, saying that he watched his video of him playing on a pro's account and experiencing that SBMM, and then the dude trying to get some clout, it looked like, and basically admitting that he reverse boosts to get all his best stats. So scumbags basically is what we call them. But his tweet very succinctly was, big nerfs are coming to the AUG and the M16. Go for your gold while you can. The gold skins, you know, complete challenges while you can do it easily, I guess is basically what he's saying. Now, I simply retweeted that with a GIF. Here it is on the screen. Good. That's all I'll say. Good. I'm tired of being lasered from an entire map distance away, or from some backline in firing range, spawning in, being bursted down with one burst. 3 bullets to the chest. The thing is, one, I'm taking it with a grain of salt, actually a heaping tablespoon of salt, a heaping bucket full of salt if you would, like I do with every leak that comes out with every game ever, because things change. We see it with NetherRealm Studios and Mortal Kombat 11 all the time, where something's in the code and people get really excited, like, oh my god, Ash Williams is coming to the game, he's in the code, he's there, he's gonna be released. And that doesn't happen because of one reason or the other, so that's, I don't really, I look at the leaks and go, okay, those are neat. If they come into fruition, then absolutely amazing. Like all the leaks of like, hey, there's gonna be like 15 new maps and 3 new guns and a free blowjob with Season 1's release of December 10th. And it's like, that would be great, but I don't believe you. I don't have a reason to believe you. Except for the ones that force Activision and Triarch to send cease and desist letters. Those, I'm more inclined to believe. But anyway, I was gonna make a live commentary video. In fact, I did, but I get too focused in the gameplay and what's happening that I forget my talking points. So I might as well just do a post commentary with the same gameplay footage, and do it that way. I basically say in it, I don't know how they would go about nerfing the AUG and the M16. The AUG and the M16 are 3-round burst tac rifles that instantly delete you within range. Now they nerfed it like launch week. They nerfed the range, I believe is what they nerfed. They reduced the range by quite a bit. I don't remember the numbers exactly, but they nerfed the range. Okay. The only thing I can see them doing with the M16 and the AUG is reducing the damage. The AUG does 56 damage per bullet in a 3-round burst, and the M16 does 50 damage in a 3-round burst. 50 per bullet, I guess I should say. 50 damage per bullet in a 3-bullet burst. There. That's a 1 burst shot. Dead. If all 3 bullets hit your chest, that's 50 damage each. You're dead. You only have 150 health unless you're wearing armor. You're dead either way. The only thing I can see them doing is nerfing And this is like a nuclear nerf. The only thing I can see them doing is nerfing the damage of both guns down to 30 to 33 damage. Because then the M16 doing 30 per bullet on a 3-round burst would be 90 damage total. And if the AUG did 33 damage per bullet on a 3-round burst, that would be 99 damage. That's the only thing I could think of. Or make it, or do 40-round bursts. 40 damage bursts. Like, I don't know. That's the only way I could think of it. Like, you could add more burst delay, or slow the fire rate down, or... But if it is a big nerf, like this dude is saying, the only thing I could see them doing is tanking the damage by 10, 15 points for both guns. That's the only thing I could see. Maybe, like, recoil, I guess. But I just don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, again, taken with a bucket of salt. It's like, if it happens, it happens, and then we'll have to see where it stands in the pantheon of gun tiers or whatever. But it got me thinking, what needs to change in this game? In my opinion, what needs to be nerfed, what needs to be buffed in this game? And I have a list. It's not a very long list. There's maybe 7 things on it, technically. I don't know how long this video is going to be. It was a 30-minute video I recorded. I don't know how much of I'm going to use of it. We'll see. So first up is the MP5. I think that needs a huge nerf. That thing deletes instantaneously, even at range. It's got a huge fire rate, and it's got really good damage. I think you either... my thing would be reduce the damage, that way the fire rate compensates for it. Ideally, that's how guns should work. A higher fire rate gun does less damage because it's putting out more bullets per minute than, say, an assault rifle. An assault rifle at 500 rounds per minute should do 30 per bullet, whereas an SMG doing 1,000 rounds per minute should do around 15 to 20 damage per bullet. That way it evens out and they're both pretty competitive with each other. The MP5 is head and shoulders above everything. It's the best gun in the game. Like, absolutely. Every map is such close quarters in some aspect, in some way, where even if I put 4 rounds into your chest with my AK-47, you're still gonna empty a clip into my chest and kill me instantly. I'll come close to killing you, but unless I, like, put 4 rounds into your dome, you're killing me 90% of the time. I think you reduce the damage. The fire rate is fine, like I said. Damage is what needs to be reduced, or you reduce the fire rate. But then I feel like if you reduce the fire rate of the MP5, you lose its character. You lose its identity, essentially. That's what I think needs to be changed. Now, people are not going to be fucking happy with these next 2 choices. One, the Pellington. The Pellington is the god tier sniper rifle of the game because it's a quick scope god. If you've ever gone into a private match against bots, practice your quick scopes on the Pellington, and then practice it with the other 2 sniper rifles. Yeah, it's not hard to pull off, like, FaZe Clan level quick scope montages. It's not. Look at every friggin' end of the play of the game. It's either an MP5 or it's a fucking Pellington. Straight up. The Pellington, I think, needs a slower ADS. Like, don't nerf it into the ground. Don't make it LMG levels of slow ADS, because God, nothing should be that slow. Not even the LMGs. Jesus Christ. But just slow it down by a couple milliseconds, so it's not an instant, like... Also, I think it's being helped by the aim assist. I don't have proof of that. I haven't really tested it. But it feels like every time I quickscope a bot, it's locking on, hard locking to them. I don't know if that's the aim assist, if that's just the Pellington's god tier levels of amazitude. I don't know. The next things is just the snipers as a whole is something I would really love to see changed. In my opinion, snipers don't need attachments that increase the ADS or hipfire accuracy. They just don't. Snipers are meant to be long range, like out of sight, out of mind, until that bullet hits your mind. Like, I don't know. And I guess I'll put this as a preamble to the buffs, because I do have guns that need to be buffed and things that need to be buffed. Like, there's a reason why nobody uses the other sniper. It's because they suck in comparison to the Pellington. The Pellington is the go-to sniper rifle. The go-to sniper rifle for anybody. I use it when I need to take somebody out of their little hidey hole on Nuketown. That little doorway that you can barely see into until you see the glint of the sniper barrel or the scope. I go to the Pellington. It's a one-shot kill from shoulders up. It's great. It's a good tier weapon. I feel like the other sniper rifles need to be brought up to that. I don't know what you would do to them, because damage is not a problem. They're sniper rifles. They're supposed to be one-hit kills from shoulder up or chest up or belly button up. I've hit some people in right between the legs. Boom, blew their junk off. Killed at full health. So I don't know. I just feel like they're not as good as the Pellington. Like, I know the M80, is that the last sniper rifle that you unlock? It's an semi-auto. It's not a bolt action like the other two. It's got a slow ADS. I think that's why people don't use it. The other one, the LW2, I believe it's called, the second sniper rifle in the category. Its ADS is slower than the Pellington. Do you see what I'm getting at? If you slowed down the Pellington's ADS, it would fall in line with the other sniper rifles, and people would still use it. But I think it's a little too fast. That one's not as big as the MP5, but it's still a pain in the ass. Buffs. I've got buffs. I've got complaints about guns that aren't good enough. The Milano and the KSP. If you've used them, I like the Milano. It's a good rushdown tool. The KSP, it's the M16's little brother, but it sucks. Both of them need a bullet velocity increase. The Milano has a 225 meter per second bullet velocity, where the KSP only has a 200. That is the slowest in the category. The MP5 and the Bullfrog have 250 milliseconds. Those are dog turd. I believe the AK-74U has a little bit faster. I'm not 100% sure. The game is not open currently, so I can't really check. Okay, I checked. AK-74U has a 500 meter per second, so double that of the Bullfrog and the MP5. But it has a the slowest fire rate, I believe, and the shortest range, so it kind of makes up for it, kinda. But the Milano and KSP, I believe, need an increase in bullet velocity. Just maybe not 250, but maybe bump them up by 15 each. The Milano would go up to 240 meters per second. The KSP would be 215. Maybe just make them both like 240. They're a little bit slower than the MP5 and the Bullfrog, but they could still hang. The KSP, I think, needs a slight recoil adjustment just to make it better. The second shot is weird, where it, like, first shot, middle of the screen, third shot, middle of the screen. That second shot has a weird, like, it moved its left a bit, so it goes in like a zigzag pattern. It's weird. If you've used the gun, it's weird. You're not hitting all three bullets on a target that is more than like 15-20 meters away. Not gonna happen with that bullet velocity, and not gonna happen with that weird ass recoil. The next one, and the final gun that I can actually think of that I really like, but it's a pain in the ass to use at range, is the FFAR or the FAMAS. That, I wish, I say in the SBMM experiment that, man, I really wish I got my hands on that gun before it was nerfed to the ground. Because right now, the horizontal recoil is fucking atrocious. I think it needs to be reduced. I'm not saying, like, bring it back to what it was, where it's a laser, and it's just the FAMAS from fucking Black Ops 1. But you need a middle ground on that horizontal recoil, because I have the second best barrel attachment and the second best under barrel attachment. The one that decreases horizontal recoil by like 17% or some. It's the two best ones. The horizontal recoil is still atrocious. It goes straight up for a few bullets, and it has this weird baby bump. Is the best way I can describe it, and then like stays in the kind of over that way. It needs to be reduced a tiny bit, in my opinion. Because it's got good fire rate, it's got good damage, it's a mid-range monster. I've beaten people that shoot me first with the MP5 with the FAMAS. I really like it. I just really want to love it, you know. And I just need that recoil, horizontal recoil, reduced a tiny bit, just a tiny bit. I'm not talking about, like I said, pre-nerf levels, but something better than it is now. And the final thing I guess I'll touch on is Spycraft, Paranoia, Forward Intel, and basically every Tier 2 perk. I think they need a buff, because I need a reason to use Spycraft, Paranoia, Forward Intel. Scavenger's pointless, unless these new maps that are coming out with the update, however many there may be. Again, there's leaks of, like, there's 15 of them coming. And others like, here, there's like 3, 4, maybe 5 coming. No matter how many we get, those probably aren't going to have the little ammo refills that most of the maps have currently. But Scavenger's useless. I gotta open my game back up. Yay, I have everything written down. It's just, it's on the computer and not, like, in-game. I think Gearhead is good. Quartermaster is really good. Tracker doesn't work. It's busted, I feel like. The footprints aren't bright enough. They're like this weird opaque yellowish orange on the ground. In every other game that Tracker is in, it's bright red. I feel like they need to just change the color of that. Assassin, cool gimmick, bro. I feel like it needs to maybe give it an extra boost to the score that you receive. You receive extra score for taking down the target. I don't know, maybe, I don't know. More of that. Like I said, Paranoia. This game, as soon as somebody actually has eyes on you, you're dead. Paranoia is useless. Forward Intel is neat for the larger minimap and shows you where if spawns flip. The problem is spawns flip so easily in this game that it's like, again, it's pretty useless. It's neat for the larger minimap. But is it Flak Jacket and Tac Mask good? No. No, it's not. And Spycraft is neat. You hack an enemy field upgrades, you're immune to counter spy, jammer, tracker, and paranoia. You won't trigger proxy mines or gas mines, booby trap, enemy care packages. Those are neat. Give me a reason to use it over Ninja and Ghost. The only one I use over Ghost is Cold-Blooded. But I don't do that. Because Ghost and Ninja are top tier. That's the problem. Perk Greed is used on almost every one of my classes because Flak Jacket, Tac Mask, and Ninja Ghost. Those are top tier perks. I think, like, the rumor is Flak Jacket's gonna get a big nerf or a bit of a nerf. Flak Jacket's gonna be fine where it is. I don't think you can really nerf Ghost, and you really can't nerf Ninja. Like, so Gung Ho is fine, Cold Blooded is fine. Spycraft is neat, but again, why am I gonna run it over Ghost or Ninja? Like, unless it's an SMG build, I run Quartermaster and Gearhead because those are the two best perks in 2, and of course Flak and Tac. There's no reason to run anything else. I just don't see it. I don't see a reason to do that. That's basically what I think needs a buff and nerf. I can sit here and say, like, I feel like score streaks. I think the score earned needs to be buffed up a little bit. Like, you earn more score than what you do now. I can get Spy Plane a good 2-3 times a game, but I only get Napalm Strike and Air Patrol once, where people who are sitting in the corner doing nothing but boring shit all game are getting attack copters and chopper gunners. I've played against one VTOL escort, I think maybe one gunship, but lol, I have one Air Patrol I have to save for the right moment. So I think that could use a little tinkering. I think I bring it up in one of the SBMM experiments. That's really all. Like, there's no operators that have certain skills. There's no nothing like that. I feel like all the tactical and lethals and field upgrades work pretty good. I think gas mine could be bumped down to a recharge time of 130 or 130. A minute 30. Like, trophy system is a minute 20. Proxy mine's 2 minutes. Like, the better ones are clearly like SAM turret and assault pack and jammer and field mic. Those are all the high tier ones. I think gas mine could be a minute 30 and it'd be fine. Nobody's using it. I used it for fun once. I was like, why am I gonna use it over proxy mine or field mic? Because I want to role play as fucking caustic in this game. Yeah, I'm looking through the weapons currently. The XM4, the Krig, QBZ, those are perfectly fine. The AK-47 is perfectly fine. I said my piece about the SMGs. Type 63 and the DMR-14, those are pretty good now. I use them in one match. They do some damage. I don't really know how they're gonna nerf M16 or the AUG. I don't see it happening, but hey, that's just me. The Stoner, the RPD, the M60, the only thing I would really like to see change on them is a little bit increase to the ADS speed. Because the M60's ADS speed is 650 milliseconds, that's 6.5 seconds. That's terrible. That is slow as Dino DNA. And yeah, I gave the Pellington, the Tundra, and the M82. Gave my thoughts on those. We'll see. December 10th. By the time when this goes up, it'll be 5 days, 6 days. I don't know why they're releasing it on a Thursday and the same day as Cyberpunk 2077, the most anticipated game of the decade. But hey, sure, people will be playing Season 1 of Black Ops Cold War that day. And not Keanu. Yep, good choice there, Treyarch. But that'll do it for this video. I gotta see what footage I have and I can salvage. But I want to thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, let me know what you think. What do you think? What would you like to see buffed, nerfed, changed? When I say change, I don't mean like matchmaking needs to be changed. We all know that. We all agree on that. Even though I say I haven't really experienced it, I kind of have. I just get shitty teammates. That's my purgatory. It's not against FaZe Clan or tryhards. It's I need better teammates. That's it. But matchmaking needs a bit of tinkering and all that other jazz. But what would you like to see buffed, nerfed, changed, etc., etc.? Leave it in the comments. If you like what you see on my channel, and again, I want to thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, super kick that like button. Check my channel for more videos I have done. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe button. And until next time, goodbye.